Hey guys, what's up? Abel here, right? Coach Abel, Coach Isaac.
Coach Isaac.
We are making the video for you guys because we know the situation is really messed up right now. We can't have more than 10 people in the gym. It's about to get worse too. It's gonna get worse before it gets better. But we still want everybody training. So we are gonna make the video that has all the cues and techniques and all the exercises that we were doing on Sundays so that you guys can still keep on prepping. You can do most of them at home. But this is just to help you guys while you're out of town, out of Axios. And then we're gonna make other videos too, specialty videos like the jump rope. That's gonna be a really key one. The phone, is the phone, no, the phone is good.
It seems crooked.
He's holding it, yes, it might be crooked. Maybe we gotta fix it. So Coach Isaac is doing the suitcase lift, right? We've talked about this one. You're gonna line up very straight. That's why these tapes are here. And stand in the middle, Isaac. Stand it so that the tape goes all the way through your foot. So you put your foot, put your foot there in the middle. So we can see right now, his foot, this part is on the tape, right? But so is his heel. You see that? So that means his foot is straight. Your feet cannot move from that position. From right there, we're gonna look at his knees. He's gonna squat down. He's gonna stand tall, right? Squat down, and then he's gonna come back up. Y'all see that? His knees. Now do one, Isaac, where your knees go in and touch. That's not supposed to happen right there. Okay, go back up. Now do the opposite, where your knees go out to the side. That's also not supposed to happen right there. Go ahead and go down, Coach. You're gonna see. Look at his feet. See how his foot came off? His foot is not supposed to come off. It's supposed to stay on the tapes. And what that's teaching you is to keep those stabilizers, those feet active. So you can imagine like that little red tape is just like the slack line. Now, if you can't even keep your feet there when you're taking a step, then you're gonna have a hard time in the slack line. And that's why movement training helps you with all these obstacles. See how his knees are slightly in front of his toes? That is okay. Coach Carla gonna go ahead and show us her press. Okay, so you can see the strap is moving a little bit more, but she's standing tall, her chest, her feet. Shake it out, try it again. So strong and straight. You can jump into this, that's fine. Oh, keep those arms straight, locked out, head up, chest up, feet together. This is really tough. Okay. So Sebastian is gonna stand tall, right? Like every one of these, you're gonna stand tall. He's gonna press, jump, and get those arms straight. Arms straight, he's trying not to lean, trying not to lean forward. You can see he's also not swinging, so make sure you're under your anchor point. Nice, nice. You guys see the shake there at the very end? Those are stabilizers having a hard time with this because this is not easy. Go ahead and try it again, Sebastian, so we get from the side. So again, he's gonna press up, hold it. Fighting that takes a lot of work. Make sure his arms are straight. And then you're holding it straight, feet together, straight. Everything's gotta be real straight. Arms, are your arms locked out? There we go. So what we're trying to do, guys, in this quad stretch is we're trying to keep our knee very close to the corner of the couch and let's say the floor. And then you want to lean back, you want to breathe, standing. And you can lean back as far as you can. And what you'll notice is that it turns from a quad stretch, which is your upper leg, into like an abdomen stretch and maybe a neck stretch at the very top. And that's what you want. You want to get this stretch all the way through. Legs out in front. You're going to do your sets. You're going to do this one. Do it at least a minute on each side when you do this. If you can do it longer, maybe 3 minutes, that'd be even better. You're gonna definitely feel it. All right, guys, so this one is really important for reaches. We're gonna help you get stronger in your scapula, shoulder. You're gonna start laying down like this. If you can, you're gonna have the rope. You can grab any type of hold, whatever you can set up at home. And you're gonna basically, first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna plank. So you wanna make sure that your body doesn't break in the middle, right? Then you're gonna twist, reach, and pull all the way up as high as you can, then come back down. Okay, we're gonna do 8 on each side. So again, you're gonna grab, you're gonna hang on tight. This is gonna be a challenge for your grip, which is important. And you're gonna reach, pull, try to keep that body real straight, locked, so that there's no bend. And then you're gonna press into your heels. That's how you're gonna keep that straight plank. You can start with just holding, right? That's a one arm hold in an inverted position. All right, so here goes Sebastian. Sebastian's gonna come up. If you can't go all the way up, still, you can still reach with just your shoulder, right? Go ahead and try it again. There you go, you see the shoulder, he's reaching. Trying to keep that straight body and reach. See, watch those legs, guys. Those legs tend to wanna get loose, they wanna break. You wanna keep that straight plank and then pull. If you can do a dead hang on a spinning bar, I highly recommend it because that's gonna help your wrist. We're gonna go for a minute on dead hang. If you can do a minute on dead hang, what I would like for you to do is start doing one arm dead hang at 10-second intervals. So 10 seconds on the right arm, 10 seconds on the left arm. Coach Andrea is doing it. The thing about the dead hang, guys, is that the only thing that should be on are your forearms holding your fingers, right, grabbing onto the bar. It's the only thing that should be working. Nothing else should be working. So you want to check your body, make sure your legs aren't active, make sure your core is active, make sure your lats aren't active. You want to just have just your forearms holding you up. This is called a glute ham raise, and it's a hip dominant movement, which is really good for laches and things like that, and that's why we're doing it. But a lot of you do have a problem with connecting and breaking at the hips. It's a very technical move. So Carla's gonna go ahead and give it her first shot. She's gonna lean out. Carla, there you go, nice. All right, and then coming back up. Perfect. So let me tell you about that one. Carla went out as far as she could, and then she went breaking at the hip. She stopped that forward hip movement and then just bent at the hip and then came back up. So that was perfect. Now try one, Carla, without your hip moving. So straight from right there where you are, leave your hip there, and then just go straight down. So you still remember you want to stand tall. Nice, nice. You want to keep that posture, that head, perfect. Coming back up, all the way up. When you come up, thrust the hip forward so that you're really standing tall. So try it again. Once you comes up, you're coming up by pushing your hip forward. There you go, cool. Hip there, and then you're just gonna bend at the hip. He's keeping his posture all the way through, coming back up, and then bringing the hips forward to the top. Perfect. All right, so he's gonna go for a little bit harder version, where he's gonna lean forward at the hip and the knee. So now you can see there's more lean. And then go and show him the hardest version. If you don't get it, just catch with your hands, that's fine. So he's going, now this is a complete bend at the knee. Going out pretty far. Nice, nice. Can you fight it? Oh, nice try, nice try. That's really hard, guys. Even I can't get that one at all. So that's really good, really strong. Coach Andrea is going to show you guys how to do it. So you can just ask your parents to hold your heels down. So she's going to break at the hip, and she's going to start leaning forward at the hip. Keeping that tall posture. She's going to go down as low as she can, and then she's going to come back up. Make sure, breathe, breathe, breathe. Then push the hip forward at the top. Over here, we're doing foam rolling. And this is really important to loosen up those back muscles. They have a lot of tension. They're gonna get a lot of work in Ninja. And this is gonna help you with that and your posture. So Coach Andrea is showing you, you're just rolling right. You're gonna use your feet and you're gonna pull in, you're gonna push out to try to get those muscles. I guess part of it is inflammation. You're just trying to break them up. When you're doing this, guys, and it hurts and it feels really awkward, that means you need to be doing it more. That's a signal. When I first got this, I couldn't use this foam roller at all. It was just too painful for me. So I had to buy a much easier version to use, and I had to use that one for about 2 months before I could use this one. So this is another version, guys, because you're trying to get your scapula and upper back to let go so that you can do the obstacles better. Arms straight, right out in front of you, and then you're gonna reach for the ceiling, reach them as high as you can, and now you're gonna roll. Now you can roll all the way through. Try to relax, try to breathe, and it's gonna really hit in between the scapula and stuff. Might feel a bit different. And you really want to focus on that upper back. Really, really reach for the ceiling when you do this. You don't have to have the rumble roller. You can also have this one right here. This one's a softer one, a little bit more technical, where it has these ridges. And then this is the softest, smallest rumble roller that you can use also. All right, so Sebastian here is going to show you the lunge jump. Really important, guys, for your burst, for your speed. If your platforms are small, you basically have to get all the momentum that you need for the obstacle in 1 or 2 steps. So this is gonna help you get that. So Sebastian, go ahead and show him lunge jump. He's gonna have 1 foot on front. He's gonna jump, right? Pressing off that front leg as high as he can. Every single rep should be the biggest rep you can do. And you're really trying to get a lot of power. You can use rhythm in your breathing. You wanna breathe out when you jump up, breathe in on the way down, and keep that going. Try to go ahead and get it back to back to back. Go ahead, back to back. There you go. Your back knee does not touch the ground, guys. It gets close, but it does not hit the ground. So I'm showing you the front version. Go ahead, girl. Nice and big jump, big jumps. Good. Remember, yeah, you don't want to hit your knee on the floor. Go ahead. Good, good, good. And this, oh my gosh, look at that off balance. This is what we're trying to fix, guys. This is really important. Go ahead. If she was on an obstacle there, she would have probably went in out the side, right? So that's what we're doing here. Good. So you can see on her back foot, she's on her toe. It stays up, the heel stays nice and high. She's pressing and jumping, right? That's what you want to focus on. And the knee gets low, but it doesn't touch the ground. And then this jump is as big as you can make it, every single one. One of my favorites for power development and coordination, learning how to use power transfers, the medicine ball slam. Coach Andrea is going to show you guys. So you're going to go up, slam. You can see there's a rhythm there. She's keeping her stance, right? It's a wider stance. She's never holding the ball, never catching it. She just has her hands on the side. Every slam is as hard as you can slam it to the ground. So this is more of a side angle, and you can see that his hips are moving, slamming the ball. He's even going onto his toes, keeping that rhythm. You're never catching the ball. If you're one thing you don't want to do is if you're injured, you don't want to aggravate injury. So it's not a good idea to stretch injuries. Any type of body part that's injured, you do not stretch it. That's going to make your recovery longer. Coach Isaac is going to show you here. He can't get as wide. You can see from the front, he can't get as wide as say one of the girls or Sebastian. So he's got the toes up, legs straight, and he's pulling forward, and that's what he has. You can see again the rounding in the back, right? We're trying to get rid of that with this stretch, and you'll see it there. And toes up, that looks good. Now the idea now is to pull forward in a tall posture. So go ahead. So we're looking, as you can see, you're trying to pull forward with a tall posture. Go ahead. Try to get those elbows down. That's what the first thing I do is I try to pull till my elbows are down.
I'm trying.
Okay, so she is trying. As you can see, she's not moving at the hip, right? So that's why she has some work to do, and a lot of you are also in the same position. At least she can keep her legs straight. That's one thing that you'll see others can't keep their legs straight. Toes are up, right? And she's pulling forward at the hip, believe it or not. Right, toes up. Coach Andres too good at this, so we're gonna get another person to show us what it's supposed to look like potentially, right? But the idea is to get your chest as low as you can. You don't want to reach for the ground with your head. You want to reach with your chest, keep that tall posture, right? And then seeing from the side, really, really important stretch for any type of agility or lower body obstacle. Coming out, and the heel is coming out. That's gonna keep it straight. From right there, he's gonna bend his knee a little bit, right? He's gonna stand tall, even his head, and he's gonna lean, pick that heel up in the back. One thing you'll notice that Sebastian is doing is he's twisting his hip a lot. You'll see it right here. Go ahead, try it again. You wanna keep that hip straight. You wanna keep that hip in a straight line. Much better. You don't wanna, in other words, you don't wanna bring this part up. You wanna keep it down towards the ground. Like he's got, his arm is straight, perfect. Heel up, higher on the heel. All right, you're gonna come up, but do not set. You don't wanna put your foot down, guys, when you come back up. You wanna go back, right back into it. Go ahead, right? You'll see here too, we want to keep those shoulder blades straight. We don't want to twist. We don't want this up too high. We want to keep everything real straight, and then come back up, and you'll see it again. Don't see that balance. That's what we're trying to do. That's what we're trying to do. Trying to get rid of that. All right. So again, we have our tape here. We have our foot, toes coming out to the front, and heel in the back. We're gonna stand tall. If it's in our right arm, then we're working our left leg. Right. If it's in our left arm, we're gonna work our right foot. Slight bend in the right knee. There's the bend. Point the heel. Right, toe up, heel up, leaning, 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 going down. See a lot of shake. That's what we're trying to get rid of, guys. You can see it. Those are the stabilizers coming on and coming up. All right, now go ahead and do the other side. So she's doing right leg. And we're gonna check her ankle here. Go ahead. So standing tall, right? Point the toes, heels up, chest up, turn. So you can see, guys, that's what we're doing. We're working the ankle, the stability there to make it super strong. Go ahead and coming out. All right. Let's do one more. And this one we're gonna check that to make sure that her hip doesn't rise too much, right? So I'm gonna show you guys, go ahead and open your hip up. So you see that, how she's twisting like that? Go ahead and bring it back down. That's what you want. You wanna keep your hip parallel, right? And the same thing with your shoulder blades. Here, go ahead and show them how it's like to reach for the floor. So you see that twist, you don't want that. You wanna keep them straight. Doesn't throw you off balance. So we have Coach Carla. She's gonna show you. As you can see, she's grabbing the ring, but her wrists are not directly above. Her wrists are supposed to be right here. So she's gonna rotate like if she's punching the floor, and then she's gonna re-grab, and then she's gonna go into that plank. So here we go. Grabbing on, and that's what's gonna help the wrists, make them super strong. So go ahead. So Carla cannot go in. You see, as soon as she goes in, that's what we're going to work on so that that doesn't happen. That's gonna make her have super strong wrists. That's fine. That works. Try it again really quick. Again, this is just a regular plank other than the ring, and this is what we're doing to help stabilize. Whenever you're ready, go ahead. If you can do it, as you see, she's using one knee to help her stabilize, and that's fine. There's two ways to grab. That's one way right there. That's fine. Right, so you'll see here, he's got his fingers pointing down, and then he's doing it into a straight plank. On the toes, put the feet together and put toes, right? You'll see that. All right, coming out. Now put the ring almost right under you. There you go, right there. All right, so here we go, coming into it, into this. Again, this is a stabilizer that's gonna help the wrist. He's gonna be on his toes, he's leaning forward. See how the rings are almost right under his shoulders? That's really good, but you can see that there's a lot of shake there, so we're trying to get rid of. All right, Coach Isaac's gonna show you guys again. Here's another version, just so you can see. We're twisting our hands so that it looks like we're punching the floor, right? We're going into a plank. Coach Isaac's really strong, so his hands are almost directly under his shoulders, which is really good. He's on his toes, straight body. Looking good, and you can see the ring is not moving that much. And then the advanced version is one arm. So let's see if Coach Isaac can do the one arm ring hold plank. All right, so he's gonna slowly work on it. This is, oh, nice try. This is a possible exercise, but that's very advanced. So it's something to work your way up to.